The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to talk about an interesting matchup that's about to happen in the lightweight division. It's almost finalized. At the time I'm shooting this video, it's not finalized as of yet, but it looks like it's going to be finalized. So if it does get finalized and you guys are watching this video in the future, consider this my initial thoughts video for this matchup. Now, the matchup is two former lightweight champions, two former Teofimo Lopez victims. You got Vasyl Lomachenko versus Richard Commey, and it's an amazing matchup, an absolutely amazing matchup. When we look at like Richard Commey, he's a guy that has been in a lot of close fights, a lot of entertaining fights. Has his vulnerabilities, but also has his strengths. Guy who's packing a big punch, guy whose boxing skills who have improved fight by fight, year by year, under the watchful eye of Andre Rozier. And we have Vasyl Lomachenko, who, whether you love him or hate him, is one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world, skill wise. And Vasyl Lomachenko is coming off the heels of easily his best performance ever at 135 against, and it was much to my sadness and my own dismay, where he absolutely destroyed, outclassed, and folded up Masayoshi Nakatani, and probably retired Nakatani. Showed a lot in that fight. This matchup was a matchup that was supposed to take place in 2019, if you remember. This was supposed to be a unification fight. Commey got injured, and he pulled out of the fight, and that's how Anthony Crawley got the fight. So they're making up for lost time, and this fight, winner of this fight, could potentially be in line to fight Teofimo Lopez for undisputed if Teo stays at 135 any longer, which I don't think he should. I don't think it'd be smart for him to do that, but, who knows? Who knows what Teofimo Lopez's career is looking like right now, because he's still going through the whole Camboso saga and situation. But as far as this fight stylistically, very intriguing fight because of the fact that, you got Lomachenko, who, like I said, he can probably beat just about any lightweight in the world. And he really showed that in how he beat Nakatani. It wasn't just so much that he beat Nakatani, but it was how he beat Nakatani. It was how he dispatched Nakatani. He did better against Nakatani than Teofimo did, and he did better against Nakatani than Verdejo did, for sure, because Verdejo lost. Lomachenko looks like a fighter that has a lot to prove. He looks like a fighter that wants to really remind the world of why he was as hyped up as he was when he came into the professional ranks. And, I feel like with that mentality, he's going to try to prove that against Commey. Now, Commey, we're not going to confuse Richard Commey with George Chavallo or Danny Garcia for having a granite chin, because he does not have those things. But Commey punches extremely hard. I would say he's a harder puncher than Nakatani. As far as one punch power, a much harder puncher than Nakatani. So Lomachenko's gonna have to be very, very careful with how he tries to defuse that bomb. And the thing with Commey is he's long, he's rangy, and his boxing skills have improved over the years, over these last 5 or 6 fights under the watchful eye and guidance of Andre Rozier. So, it's an intriguing fight. And I know Commey is very hungry to get back to the top as well, because this is a guy that, I thought he got robbed against Robert Easter early in his career. But he was able to, win a vacant title, and he beat Ray Beltran, and, a respectable fighter. I can't really say anything bad about Richard Commey. When he had his biggest fight of his career against Teofimo Lopez, and people at that time, you got to remember, at that time, a lot of people weren't really sold on Teofimo, because Teofimo was coming off of a very questionable Nakatani performance. He had his issues outside the ring. So a lot of people were thinking that Teo couldn't even get past Commey, and Commey got absolutely flattened by Teofimo Lopez in like 2 rounds. So this, I would say, is his biggest fight since then. And, I think it's a fight where it's all about shutting down the feet of Lomachenko. Can Commey shut down or neutralize the footwork of Lomachenko? Because that's where the fights are won and lost for Lomachenko. If Lomachenko can get that sidestep, if he can step around you and get into a rhythm, he's gonna beat you like not 10 times out of 10. He's a very rhythmic fighter. I will even go as far as to say that Lomachenko might be the most rhythmic fighter in boxing. And what I mean when I say that is, You know, no fighter relies on rhythm and timing and footwork more than Lomachenko, especially when we talk about Lomachenko fighting at 135 against bigger guys, fighting in a weight class that isn't naturally his weight class. You see what I'm saying? So Commey is going to have to find a way to, you know, break the rhythm of Lomachenko. And if he can do that, if he can break the rhythm of Lomachenko, what's going to happen is Lomachenko's punch output will lower, as we saw in the first 7 rounds of the Teofimo Lopez fight, and Lomachenko will be there to be hit. He will be there to be hit. And if Commey can, you know, line him up for any sort of grown man punches, we already know what's going to happen to Lomachenko. He's going to be taking some deep duck on some little places. And unlike Teofimo Lopez and Salido, I think Commey, one punch wise, I'm talking about in terms of one punch power, I don't think he's too far away from Teofimo Lopez in terms of like one punch power. He's a very, very, very hard puncher. You know, so the fight is interesting. Lomachenko, his game plan's the same. He has to step around Commey, get his rhythm, and just break him down round by round. Body shots, you know, penitentiary. They call it penitentiary. You know, go from the stomach up to the chin, step around him, feint, break his rhythm, and just kind of hit Commey with a lot of volume and a lot of precision, so that he keeps his hands at bay, and so you can control the fight with your feet. You know, very interesting fight, very good fight for the lightweight division. Hopefully, it gets finalized. But I just want to get my thoughts on the fight because this was a fight that was supposed to happen a long time ago, and I think, you know, I'm favoring Lomachenko. I got Lomachenko winning by late stoppage. I'm gonna say Lomachenko wins by like a 9th round stoppage, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm rooting for Richard Commey. I want Richard Commey to win. I like Commey. And you know, I don't want to see a Teofimo Lopez rematch. I really don't. I want Teofimo Lopez to go to 140, take on Josh Taylor, and see who wins that fight. But you know, we'll see what happens. But leave your comments down below. Make sure you take time to subscribe. Let me know what you think about Lomachenko's, you know, chances to win this fight, Commey's chances to win this fight, Teofimo Lopez and everything, and how this fight affects his career, all that good stuff. Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.